That was a fun mission. Really highlighted what the Y-Wing is good at, but not really demonstrative of, oh nice, what it's like flying the Y-Wing in like multiplayer. It's not even close to that. But anyway, I changed the controls slightly, so I'm using a hat to look around because it feels less cumbersome and less weird than using a mouse. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's talk to Frisk and Gunny and see what they have to say.
All I'm saying is, instead of blowing up that listening post, we should have commandeered it. Imagine the kind of fun we could have had messing with the Imperials. Or the credits we could make.
As your squad leader, I'm gonna pretend I didn't just hear that.
Come on, Gunny. You telling me the New Republic couldn't use more intel? And you know war ain't cheap.
Actually, that's a good point. I guess once you steal a Star Destroyer, everything Imperial starts to look tempting.
You know, we used to be rebels. We turned into a legit republic, and suddenly we all gotta stay on the straight and narrow.
The commander's lining up a trap for Teresa Kerrill. That's not enough of a con for you?
In the old days, I'd trick her for everything but a pair of boots to stand in. But I guess this'll do.
Ew.
Well, when he's right, he's right.
Oh, okay.
Now, how about we get some actual work done?
Maybe. Commandeering the outpost sounds like a nice idea, but they know where it is. And I don't think it could move from there all that easily. And yeah, they would also know pretty much immediately that it's been overrun. So yeah, it's a bit weird. Anyway, let's go look at the briefing and see what we have lined up next. Oh, no introduction to anyone right now? Got it.
First, congratulations. Because you captured the Star Destroyer Victorum, our Starhawk prototype has been completed ahead of schedule. But
Nice.
the Empire does not know that. They believe it's still under construction. Teresa Kerrill will keep hunting Project Starhawk until it's destroyed, and we've been assigned to stop her. So, using that decoy message I sent, we're going to set up an ambush. The false intel stated that you're protecting a shipment of Magnite crystals, essential to completing the Starhawk. With this bait, we'll draw Teresa and the Overseer deep into the Xavian Abyss, a highly volatile area of space. Here is where we set our trap. Don't worry about the convoy. It's empty and droid-piloted. However, that does mean you'll need to clear any obstructions from its path.
Oh, okay.
Vanguard, I want you to defend that convoy with everything you've got. We need to make this look good.
I'm in an X-Wing again, though.
Your destination is this bottleneck. There, the Starhawk will be waiting to disable the Overseer, and hopefully capture Teresa. Now, it might sound simple, but nothing is simple in the Xavian Abyss. Brace yourselves.
Okay, the introduction of the Xavian Abyss is a little lackluster. Like, we really only have his word that it's a bad space, but also, more importantly, the whole, it's actually fully operational. The Emperor tried that and it didn't go so well for him, but we're gonna see if it could work. And also the scale of the Starhawk compared to a Star Destroyer, wow, it's huge, literally. And also, that does explain why they needed so many Star Destroyers. So there's that. Let's talk to Ardo, though. Hello.
Lyndon's right. This plan could knock Teresa Kerrill off our tail. Sooner the better, if you ask me. Lyndon's convinced himself that he's put us in danger. I can't make him focus on the bigger picture while Teresa's still in it. The commander's a smart man, but everyone has someone who can push their buttons. I wonder if we can push hers, too.
Haven't we already?
We'll give Teresa a harmless convoy to follow, play this out, and see just how far we can lead her. It's all about playing the long game. When the Empire occupied Moncala, I learned how to string Imperials along. If you seem harmless, people underestimate you. I spent a lot of time around Imperials, playing the dumb alien. A bartender, a sweeper, someone safe. Next day, the rebellion would know everything I'd overheard. Wasn't easy, but I learned to stay patient and wait for opportunities. Remember, the Xavian Abyss is no place for the faint-hearted. And Teresa knows a few tricks of her own. Keep your eyes and ears open, all right?
All right. Admiral Akbar had a similar story. He was basically a slave of Grand Moff Tarkin and used that to his advantage for a very long time. Though that was in Legends, the old canon, so probably not true anymore. But there you have it. And actually, he's the reason we have B-Wings. Or the Empire started designing the B-Wings and he stole the plans and then destroyed the originals, presumably. Anyway, it was a good role-playing campaign for the old West End games about that. Let's see what the Lyndon Jays have to say.
And the Starhawk's crew?
More than ready. I selected the crew personally based on their expertise and experience. They've been training for months.
That's good. I appreciate your support on this, General.
It's a good plan, Lyndon. Just be careful. I know you have a past with the Overseer's captain. Don't let it cloud your judgment.
One moment, General. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Your squadron is waiting.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to hear that. Interesting. I wonder what that hangar looks like. Oh, a Y-Wing again. But there were two X-Wings in the briefing, though. Let's see. No, let's not look at that again, and we can talk to Grace. Let's talk to Frisk first.
So, the boss wants to pull the old bait and switch on Teresa. I must be rubbing off on him. Of course, the key to a good con is selling it. And going into the Xavian Abyss, well, either you're too naive to know better, or you think it's worth the risk. Like, say, stopping a Starhawk from being finished. Teresa Kerrill's risking the Abyss just for the chance to destroy some Magnite crystals. Ain't she in for a surprise? I'm kind of excited to see our Starhawk tackle Teresa's flagship. All those engineers worked their tails off to get it finished. That's one good thing about this new Republic. We're finally punching at the same weight as the Empire. One way or another, this is gonna be a show.
Pilots on deck. Mechanics secure all lines.
I don't know. Something about this feels fishy. Also, again, this Xavian Nebula thing, it's Abyss, actually. Xavian Abyss. Just, like, it feels really rushed in its introduction. We're supposed to feel fear going in there, but I feel nothing like that, so, yeah. Weird. Then again, I know it's a game. Yeah, hello.
Abyss. They say it's swallowed entire fleets without a trace. Sending our brand new Starhawk in there is quite the gamble. Commander Javes must have complete faith in its builders.
That's true.
And in us, of course. We'll be the ones making this ruse work, after all. I took the liberty of studying the Starhawk's blueprints. It's not just another capital ship. It's a defense against Imperial fleets. Every spare inch is packed with lasers and munitions, but what really caught my eye was the tractor beam. If I understood the blueprints, the Starhawk's tractor beam is 10 times more powerful than that of a Star Destroyer. It's incredible. The magnite crystals they use in the Starhawk's tractor beam are quite rare. I think they salvaged a few from the Star Destroyer we captured. My family spent an exorbitant amount of credits sourcing magnite crystals. It's so gratifying to see them go to a good cause. Let's put our new Starhawk through its paces, shall we?
It would be a bit of a gamble, putting such a big ship in such a vulnerable place. Then again, the enemy is doing the same thing, so yeah. Let's see. Oh, I can choose.
Fighters for this mission: an X-wing, Y-wing, or A-wing. They've all got pros and cons. Check the schematics and let me know what'll suit you.
I'm gonna go with the. How am I going to with an X-wing though? And certainly not gonna use standard lasers. Guided burst cannon. Powerful close range blast when you release. Oh, so okay, charge shots basically. Several long range. Oh, that's what. No, that's not what I used when I flew an A-wing. Ammo capacity 48. What? Rapidly fires several long-range lasers in a burst and then has a short delay. It's much easier to hit foes than the unguided laser, but it does less damage per shot. Max DPS 170. Oh wow, that's a lot less, yeah. 172 versus 480. Fires several long-range lasers in a burst and then has a short delay. Ideal for dealing a lot of damage quickly if you have good aim, and then this is hold the button down to fire powerful, and it's 880, so that's a lot more, and normal is 450, so this is actually just slightly above normal, and has a burst fire thing. I don't like using burst fire here. And it's close ranged. Really, 600 meters versus 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. I'm gonna go with this, I think, yeah.
That'll be fun.
Okay. Repair droid looks fine. I read that as cheap, but yeah, no. Chipat emergency assault shields receive significantly less damage from the front for duration. Great for attacking capital. Nice. And then we have barrage rockets, fires, missiles straight ahead, capable of dealing very high damage if you aim. Oh, it's dumbfire. Got it. Proton torpedo, lock required, cannot fire under minimum range, and weak homing. So good for a Star Destroyer. No, I have already a repair droid, so I don't really feel a need for shields. Also, I tend to get shot in the rear. So, yeah, no. And particle burst or seeker. And then we have standard hull, Chipat deflector hull, max health, max shields, 30% plus, and yeah, no. Reinforced hull, less maneuverability, less acceleration. More damage from lasers, but less from missiles. That, no, I can actually evade missiles pretty easily, I think. Less health, but more maneuverability. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that, actually. The X-Wing is pretty well armored anyway. Style lock time, primary versus auxiliary, max shields versus regeneration, regeneration versus max shields. Okay, and no shield. Okay. Standard. And then we have micro thrust engine, maneuverability. I do like that though. Less acceleration, less speed. Then we have propulsion engine, maneuverability. Okay, no. Thrust engine, max speed plus. No. And Quadix jet engine. Boosts recharge rate and boost. Okay, no. I do like this though, potentially. How does that go now? Minus 240 hull. And max speed is decreased by a massive 43, sorry. I can't read. And then max acceleration is decreased by 24, and maneuverability is increased by 33. So I'm going to be a little slower, and a bit of a glass cannon, potentially. Yeah. Did I have someone else to talk to? No, I didn't. Yeah, where's the other hangar?
As you can see, I wasn't exaggerating about the dangers of the Xavian Abyss.
Fair.
Yeah. Look at that lightning.
And we got word that Teresa Kerrill has taken the bait. Her flagship Overseer is closing in. Good luck, Vanguard. Protect that convoy. And see you on the other side.
Oh.
You can feel it, right? Chaos on every side. We don't belong here.
I'd hate to see what does.
Oh, right.
Hey, what happens once the Starhawk disables the Overseer?
I have no
The same
weapons.
as the Victorum, I expect. Board it, lock its systems, and take the crew prisoner.
I don't know, Grace. I can't imagine Teresa Kerrill coming along quietly.
Fair point.
I hate these clouds. Who knows what's out there?
We know what's out there. A Star Destroyer with a captain who wants us dead.
Real helpful. Thanks, Gunny.
How did
The convoy's
that
droid
change
autopilot
direction?
ain't smart enough to steer through these asteroids.
Then let's blast them a path.
Oh, wow. Interesting weapon.
Wait, look. A Star Destroyer. Or what's left of one.
Oh.
I'd say it's been here a long while.
You'd think this would discourage Teresa Kerrill.
Probably not.
To someone like her, that wreckage ain't a warning. It's one more insult.
That's an old ship, though. It's like Old Republic era. Clone War era. Cool. What's Chip?
Look lively, Vanguard. Imperial ships are on radar.
Scouts. Perfect. The boss's plan is working. Give them a show. Make sure they buy it. You're being tailed.
That's okay. Oh, thank you. Something feels off.
I caught those ties scanning the convoy. Do you think they know there's no Magnite? That's a hit! Enemy is destroyed. I'm with you.
Not a fan of this weapon.
Take that.
be.
Under heavy fire. Fine, you're off course. Watch the storm.
TIE bombers.
Trying
They'll
to.
blow that convoy apart. Get 'em.
TIE bombers where? Oh, wait.
They locked on.
Right here and ready to go. We got TIEs closing on the convoy. Kill one. Get the TIE bombers.
Trying to. Something is definitely wrong with the... Sorry.
Bombers are toast. Now hit the fighters. No need to thank me.
I'll pay you back for that.
Oh, sorry.
Outrun or outgun?
We push them back. Let's keep going.
That...
Vanguard, the Imperials scanned the convoy, but the Overseer's still on approach.
Oh, good.
They must have stopped the TIEs before they could transmit that scan.
I doubt it. Oh, now we're
Signal's
being
breaking up. Let's
jammed.
push on.
The ambush point is this way. Ready? Let's go.
Like... I'm supposed to have better maneuverability, but
Here I am.
it takes too long to change direction, though it's discombobulating, I think. That looked like...
There it
How
is.
do you expect
The
to fit in
Overseer.
here?
Finally. We've drawn it in.
Nobody panic. This is the plan. Defend the convoy and keep luring the Overseer to the ambush point.
How could you challenge an Imperial Star Destroyer? If we don't destroy the asteroids, the Overseer will catch the convoy.
Guess Teresa decided to handle this convoy herself.
Looks like the convoy's blocked again.
I got the cold sweat on my neck.
Stay focused.
I am very focused on the Star Destroyer right behind me.
Let's see now.
Trapped with nowhere to go. Launch fighters! More Imperial fighters! Check behind!
Gotta take out those bombers.
Enemy fighter is locked on!
Yeah, I'm not convinced with this weapon.
I got one.
I was meant for this.
Oh, bombers.
I'm taking fire! They have a lock.
He got shot by his own friends. Oh, and so did... And just after that, I actually...
Laser range. Try to focus on the ties. The Starhawk will handle the Overseer. If we can make it to the bottleneck in time. We will. We just have to push forward.
Whoa!
There. That's the bottleneck the boss mentioned.
Lyndon James to Vanguard. We have you on radar. Keep going. You're almost in range.
I'm in their sights.
Hull is taking damage. Enemy has me in their sights.
Vanguard, the Overseer is targeting you. I need more time. Distract Teresa while we charge the tractor beam. And stay alive.
Trying.
Fighters one by one should be very distracting. Captain Kerrill to Vanguard Squadron. This is a futile gesture. You have nowhere to go, and I have no interest in prisoners. Enemies wearing me down.
See what else do we have?
Shields are disabled.
Tractor beam is charging. 34%.
Stay strong. We fly for the New Republic.
Whoa!
I'm under fire. Shields are down.
Yours or your enemies? Probably yours.
What's wrong, Teresa? Can't hit something that ain't a helpless convoy?
Tractor beam's at 61%.
Still in the fight. I've lost my shields.
Tractor beam at 87%. Ready to trap.
Enemies locked right on me. Watch your back.
I have no shields.
Fire tractor beam on my mark. We're ready. Vanguard, withdraw through the bottleneck to a safe position.
Finally!
You brought this on yourself, Teresa. Now!
Oh boy. Wonder...
Scan work, Titan. That convoy's navicomputer had the sector and system we've been looking for.
We've got them right where we want them.
Oh. Hull stresses would be bad.
Titan, return to the Overseer for immediate hyperspace jump.
We can't jump that fast. We could end up in the middle of a star or worse.
Stay and we die for sure. Move!
Interesting. You have concerns with that maneuver?
Well, we know the Starhawk works. Toss the Overseer around like a loath rat. Good. Lousy Imperials deserve payback, with interest.
Shall we just build a Death Star and get it over with?
Oh, come on, Grace. We're still the good guys. Anyhow, we won, right? Wherever they jumped, no ship's coming back from that.
Let's hope so.
Nice transition. Wow, really? No, you. There we go. Completed in 13 minutes or less, and without dying, shot down 3 missiles fired by the overseer, more accidental than anything, and protected all of the transports. They've been playing fast and loose with hyperdrive technology ever since Disney took over. Like, in the old canon, you couldn't do hyperspace jumps near a planet. In fact, in one of the books, Lando has to travel, because he's in such an old ship, he has to travel outside of the solar system before he can jump. Before the computers can start making the calculations for all of the gravitational forces to do the jump, etc. And here, well, I mean, in the movies now they do inside planets, so yay. Not inside planets, inside atmospheres. And yeah, I don't like it, but I don't ride it either, so oh well. You have survived the Savian Abyss intact, though the same cannot be said for Teresa Kerrill's flagship. The Overseer's whereabouts are unknown, but the damage it suffered means the Project Starhawk is safe. You think. You believe. Yeah.